Hey everybody, this is your boy Uncle P from Super Easy Forex, and for today I'm going to be doing another hot video for you guys, and this is one of my all-time favorite strategies to go to every week when I'm trading in the markets. Okay, I love this strategy. It works so wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And what is good about it, if it's for those who are traveling, those who are working full time, those who just don't want to be in front of the charts too often, but you want to make some pretty good pips. This strategy is, oh my God, I love it. I love it. Now, of course, I'm going to show you how to use it with our simplicity system, but you can follow along and figure it out for yourself if you want to do it on what they call quote unquote naked charts. Okay, so come along. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys. So I marked up two areas on here already. Okay, I'm going to give you several different pairs and showing you several examples of this so you can see how it works. If you do join us, you want to click on our website, www.superezforex.com, and click on the join button. And when you do, you'll be able to purchase the simplicity system, and you'll have exactly the same tools that I'm using. But if not, then you just have to figure out how to mark up your charts like I'm doing. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start fresh so you guys can see, because I already had these kind of pre-marked up for you. And now I'm going to show you several pairs so you can see how consistent this trading strategy is. Okay, but if you do join us, pay attention as you're going through the tutorials. You want to focus on the 415 strategy. The 415 strategy. Okay, all right, here we go. So I'm going to show you, and if you're brand new, watch this. This is how some people mark up. They tell you, how do you mark up your charts? How do you mark up zones? You know, here's a simple way of doing it. You go here to your insert, you go to shapes, and mine's dropped off to the left, but it gives you the options of different shapes, and I picked the rectangle. I hold down my left mouse and hold down on the left of my mouse, and then I just drag it. And some people draw in zones like this, and they can stretch it. You know, you can do all kind of things. But whenever you have it wherever you want, then you just let go of the left mouse, and there you go. So I'm going to insert another one and show you my 415 strategy. And this is two of them just right here. Okay, right here. And I'm going to mark that area up. With us, with the simplicity system, what we're looking for is when we see two or more candles tap dancing off the 4-hour time frame off the top or the bottom of our zones. Do you see that? These are automated zones. You don't have to draw them in. They are built to draw themselves in. Okay, so when we see them tap dancing off the top, two or more candles, that's when we're really ready to go. Okay, and what's nice about our simplicity system, it has built-in alerts. So as I'm going through this example, you're going to see how easy it is to take trades even if you're on the go using our systems. So watch how this goes though. But again, if you are doing this manually on the naked chart, do your thing. You can still do this. You're just going to have to do everything manually. So watch how effective this is. So notice that we have the first candle here. And let me kind of expand this and make it a little bit bigger so you can see. As you can see, it came up and hit the top of our zone. And of course, you can draw your own. But then so that gave me it tells me pay attention. Put this one down here as an alert. See, sit it down here, and if it's open, ready to go, it'll be on an alert system. So once it sends me an alert on the time frame that I choose, then I'll be ready to go. But here's how I set it up. So I'm looking at my 4-hour time frame. I'm seeing the first candle and it touched, like the Bible, the hem of his garment, right? It touched. It comes close or it touches. It don't have to actually touch, but it comes close to the top and touch closest to this zone. But I like when it actually touches, but this was close enough. So it gave me the heads up. Hey, I need to pay attention to this pair. Watch. Okay. The second candle is where I'm looking for the entry now, because now I'm seeing that this candle has come up here and is touching, but it hasn't been able to break through. So I drop down, watch this. I drop down to my 15-minute and look for an entry. Watch how this works. I'm going to grab my crosshair, because since this is in the past, I want to find out exactly what date this was to see did it work out. Okay. and look at the entry. So here's the first candle, gave me a heads up. Second candle, I'm looking for entry. And this is on July 16th. So let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame and go to the 15th, July 15th, and see what we can find. All right, and I'm scooting over July 15th. We're going back in time and seeing how this worked out. And look at how many winners you could have had with our trading system, by the way. But that's not the point. We're looking for July 15th in that blue area because we marked it up. Here comes the blue area. And voila, look at there. There it was, the 415. How did we do that? We went to the 15-minute time frame. We looked for a second candle tap dancing off of a zone. Okay? So once we saw that it's tap dancing off of a zone, then we look for the entry on our 15-minute. Now, again, if you're doing this manually, you're going to have to watch for yourself on when to enter. If you have our trading system, all you have to do is once you have an identified 4-hour time frame, you just drop down and set this pair on a 15 minutes, see like this, and it will, and you make sure in the settings that you set up for mobile alerts. Once the arrow comes out, it will send an alert to your phone. And even if you're at the mall, you're at dinner, you're doing something else, you're at work, it doesn't matter. You've already done your assessment. You know what to expect. You're expecting the signal for a sale. So if on that pair, you get a signal that says temporarily it's a buy, you know to ignore it. Why? Because it's tap dancing off your zone for a sale. It was tap dancing off the red zone. Just that simple. If it's tap dancing off the red, I'm looking for a sale. If it's tap dancing off the green, I'm only taking alerts on that pair for a buy. Just that simple. Okay? And we're going to do more examples of this so you can see it for yourself. Okay? Watch this. So here was my entry, and look at how wonderfully that trade played out. Right there. Stop loss would have been right about here, above, a few pips above the last swing high or above the zone on the 4-hour. You can use a 4-hour zone if you want to hold it for a long time, which you've seen it drop tremendously from the 4-hour, right? But you have what it does. It gives you great reward with little risk. Write that down. Very important. It gives you great reward with little risk because your risk was so small on that from the top of the zone until your reward is huge. Look at this. This was about 23 pips, giving it a little bit of room, 23 pips. And look, I mean, just to here, that was 72 pips. Uh-oh. Cold game. Let's do another one. This is fun. I love this strategy. Here we go again. See, it tapped, it came down and tried to touch it again, and then it came in again. It's constantly telling you, I want to break through here and go lower, but I cannot. That's what we're looking for. Confirmation. The first candle that touches gives you heads up. Pay attention. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Like Bishop T.D. Jakes used to say, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. So here's what we're looking for. Any point after that where you're coming and trying to touch. So even with this one, if you would have got in right here and then it came back, see, this is why you can put your stop loss a few pips below the 4-hour zone. You can do that as well. You can see why, because when it came back, it retested this area, but it didn't break through. And when it didn't, it just took off. Let's take a look at it. So here was the first one. We could have gotten on this candle. Let's just say that one. And that's on September 1st. This one was just last week, 5 days ago, okay? So I'm showing you recent trades. And you can do this on your own. You know, if you don't have a system, you want to mark up your zones and figure it out, that's fine. But it's much simpler and easier. Within minutes, you can do this with the Simplicity system. But again, I'm showing you what you can do if you want to do it on your own, okay? Let's drop down. So we're looking for 9/1/2020, okay? Which is last week. I'm on the 15-minute. Oh, here goes our power to blue. And look at here. Bow, right there. And look what happened. This is why you give it a little bit of room with putting your stop loss a few pips below the zone. Why? When the signal came out, it came here, but it retested that other time. Let's go back to the 4-hour. And you remember right here, you would have got in about there, you know, but it retested, so your stop loss is below this zone. This is where we see it retested this area, but it couldn't break through, and then it took off. So let's go back to the 15-minute, and you'll see. See right here? The same thing on a shorter time frame. You can really see it where it was starting to go up, It stopped, retested one more time just to take out anybody else who have what I call these tight butt stop losses. And I'm sorry, let me move my camera out of here. Those people who have those tight butt stop losses, there you go. See, that's what happens. You don't want to use a tight butt stop loss. Be careful with that, okay? They target you on purpose to take your money out before they run off in the direction that you knew it was going to go. They do that on purpose. All right, so here it retested the area, and by the time it took off, let's just take a look at what's visible in front of us. From here, okay, to here, and let's just say a few pips down here. All right, so that would have been, let's just say 43 pips. Did we get our 43? Oh, did we? That's 96 pips right here. Can you see that? That's more than a 2-to-1, okay? Just winners after winners after winners of using this strategy. Let's go and do some more. I got some more for you. Again, I want you guys to have a great trading week this week. So I'm giving you things that you can do on your own. But again, you're going to have much more, in my opinion, success using our simplicity system. And this is one of my all-time favorite strategies because it's simple and I don't have to be at my charts. Look at what happened with this one. You got in up here. Your risk is so small, but look at how far it actually went. From here all the way down to its lowest point was 435 pips. Oh! Look at this one. From here where you got in, you thought 43 pips. Oh my goodness, 43 pips. Oh! This thing has already shot up 137 of them. Cold piece. I'm telling you, I love this strategy. Let's look at another one. Let's go to Euro JPY. And I'm taking my time because I want you guys to learn this stuff, okay? How to make money in this crisis. Here we go, and we're looking at another one, okay? So I'm looking at this one. I'll move my head out the way. Let's look at this strategy right here. So it touched, it came up close, almost. And like I said, as long as it's close enough to the zone, it may not touch all the way. But if it's close enough where you're comfortable with your stop loss, which will only be about, what, 30 pips right here, 27, 28 pips, okay? The second candle actually touched. So I'm going to mark up this area. See, it doesn't have to be exact touching. If you're close, almost, and you're trying to play up that area, once you send out that second candle, And then the question is, well, Uncle P, do you wait for the second candle to actually close? Most of the time, yes. Most of the time. Now, sometimes you're going to see that there was a third candle. If the first candle have already closed, the second candle is close to closing. Okay, and I know that it's close to closing, but you haven't closed yet, but you ain't went nowhere. I'll take the trade. If it's two candles have already closed, and now the third candle is there, I'm not waiting for that third candle to close. I'm hopping in quick, fast, and in a hurry. So let's take a look at this one. All right, here we go. And we have another one. Okay. Some gurus, they just want to flash dance you and rush you through things. I'm not trying to rush. If you want to tune out, do your thing, but I'm showing you a real strategy you can use, okay, to make money. So here we go. Here was September 1st. This is another one just last week. Okay, so we're going to drop down again to the 15-minute time frame, and let's find our little box and look at there. Here it was right there. See, so you could have set your alert at the bottom on this pair to say when the alert comes to my phone for a sale only. Because sometimes, you know, the markets, if it's choppy, you may get some buy signals, and then sell signals. You already know, since it's dancing off of the top of the red zone, you're only looking for what? Sales. Okay, so watch how this played out. So on this particular one right here, I'm going to grab my crosshairs again from the point of entry right here to right here. Remember, the stop loss is only like 20 something pips. Okay. So either way it goes, right here, that was 123. Let's just say that you put your stop loss right above this area here, which would have been, let's say 60 pips. Okay, let's just say you put it above this high. You say I want to put it above the last swing high, which was right here. That would have been about 60 pips. Could you have gotten your 1-to-1 risk ratio? You bet your doggy you did. That's a new word, huh? Bet your doggy you did. Why? Right here, it was 122 pips. That was a 2-to-1. All right, let's do one more and I'll be done. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. And let's go to the US 30. Some people like trading the US 30. This is a Mona Lisa. See? And I'm going to expand this so you can see. And I'm so upset with myself because I was busy and I didn't even pay attention to certain setups, which I need to because I'm trying to run a company. Plus, we do so many different things. I don't trade all the time, right? That's why I have a team of signal providers who send out signals. But this one here, this is the Dow. And if you traded this one, and congrats to those in our group who did, wow, did you make a lot of money? Because Dow plays out big. Okay, but I'm just showing you can go through any one of these pairs when you get the trading system and mark them up and you'll see how well it works. Okay, this one came once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, and look what happened. Oh, look at that. All right, so here we go. The first candle comes up. It almost touches. Again, it doesn't have to touch the zone. It can come close enough for you to be comfortable with the stop loss above it, right? Okay, so if that's the case, I already know here was my setup to help me pay attention. Then upon the second candle closing or coming close to closing time, here's what I'm looking at. Boom, my entry would have been right here. Stop loss would have been right here. And of course, this is the US 30, so their pip count is completely different, okay? Completely different. But anyway, the point is we're going to drop down to the 15-minute again and look and see. And what date was that? Now, here's the problem, though. And I want to caution you on this. The problem with this strategy is that if you're a person who has too much time on your hands and you like watching the charts, this may not be for you because you're going to have to be patient. Why? Because every candle on the 4-hour time frame is what? 4 hours. So you have to wait. This is the whole point of the strategy because you can sit and chill and go do other things. You don't have to be staring at the charts. But if you're going to be staring at the charts on your phone every few minutes, then don't do this strategy because you're gonna freak out, cut the trade loose too early, only for it to be a winner. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's do it. 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 All right. So here we go. So we're looking at 9-3. This was another trade that was just last week. So how many trades we saw so far? 2 winning trades using this strategy. We're looking at the third one. All of these were a win last week. So 9-3. Let's drop down to the 15-minute. Oh, look at there. Didn't even have to go far. Okay, right here. There it is. 9-3. Boom. 9-3. And look at that winner. Look at that winner. Look at that Jesus. And these pay out big. The Dow pays out big. Okay. I'm going to shrink the chart so you can actually see the full move that happened. Boom. That is a ton of pips. Depending if you had a standard lot on this trade, you could have paid all your bills for the month. For the whole month using this one trade alone. Let's go back and look at it again. Boom. And what was unique about it is because it told you what was going to happen before the drop took place on NFP, which was Friday. So again, let's go back to that 15. There it was. All you had to do is wait for the alert. You see what I'm saying? And there it goes. It dropped. Let me do one more. I'm just showing you how many different trades. Here we go. Look at this one. This is the one I actually closed out last week because it was acting a little bit jittery. I wanted to, and I got in a little bit late because again, I'm not always on the charts because I'm really, really busy with other things. So sometimes I don't trade all the time. Okay. But when I do, this is what I look for. Okay. This is what I look for. So here's what's going on. Let's mark this one up. Okay. And that's why I have a signals team. I don't trade all signals. I actually have a team who helps me with it because sometimes I'm just really, really busy. And so with business, okay, but you're not. That's the good part. You're not trying to run a whole entire company with multiple things and other things that we do outside of this to where it's just a distraction. So this is going to work perfect for you. I'm showing you another winner. This was just last week again. Okay, here we go. Drop down to the 15-minute. Let's find our little blue. And there it was, right there. There it was. How many trades was that for last week? 4. All of them huge pips. All of them huge pips. Okay, huge amount of pips. And that's just 4 of them. To its bottom, 175 pips. Your risk, if you want to put it above the swing high, 86 for 176. If you want to just get right up there, real good and clean, you know, just anywhere right there. Yeah, you could have put your stop loss above the zone on the 4 hour, which actually would have gave you, instead of using the last swing high, this would have reduced your pip loss as well. But again, this would have been about 66 pips. Did it give you 66? Yeah, it dropped if you would have caught it at the very, very top. But again, we had caught a little bit, so we had scooted back. So that would have gave you about 180 from there if you're looking at it from the 4 hour time frame. See? So I'm going to increase this so you can see it. Either way it goes, whichever way you want to look at it, you know, let's just say you got in here, your stop loss using the 4 hour time frame, which is even smaller. Your stop loss would have been about 37 pips. How much did it produce all the way on the very tip of the loss? 230 pips. Just say 230. Either way it goes, I don't care how you want to look at it. It's a winner chicken dinner. In Jesus' name, I love this strategy. It's very easy to use. Anybody could do it. Again, you can mark up your own charts if you want to use what's called naked charts. You can do that where there's no indicators or anything else, and you want to mark up your own zones. I showed you how to mark up zones. Okay, and last but not least on that, you just double click here. You can right click on it, go to rectangle, see rectangle properties. You can change the color, and maybe you want all the red ones, you want red zones, see, for sales, and you want to mark up the green ones for buys. You can do that as well. Either way it goes. However you want to do it, either way it goes, it's effective. But you will do this with ease with our simplicity system because it already has the zones marked up very clean and clear for you. Look at that. Look at that. Here we go, Jesus. Look at there, Jesus. Look at there. Look at there. Look at there. Here goes another one. I mean, I just get excited with this one because I know this one makes a lot of money for people who want to be swing traders, who just don't have the time to be on these charts. Let's do this last one and then I'll move on. Okay, I'll let you go. But I'm just showing you this is just over and over and over and over. Okay, so here goes the first time it touched. You could have got in, you know, maybe the second candle. See, sometimes you got to be patient and wait for that second candle. Retest. And that was on 7/16. Okay, so let's just do this last one. So all I'm looking for, I don't care about sell trade signals. I'm looking only for what? Buys, right? So let's scoot over to our zone, see if we can find them. Okay. And we're going to where? 7/16. All right, we're almost there. Oh, here goes the zone. See? Boom. Came up, retested right there. Your stop loss was below the zone. So even if you were traveling, didn't matter. But look at how this thing took the heck off. 197 pips. Okay. Don't say Uncle P didn't give you something to work with. Don't say I didn't give you something to work with. Okay. So in closing, let me give you guys this. Okay. So if you want to join our service, for that, let me give you this website and I'll show you what to do, okay? I'll show you what you need to do and we'll be done. All right, so I'm going to bring the website right over here for you so you can take a look at it. Let me move my head out the way. So right here on the website, you can just click on the join button, okay? And as soon as you click on the join button, you'll be able to have this exact trading system. See, even here, look at the zone. Look at the zone. Even on the 15-minute, look at the zone. See, 415 strategy. Zone, and this one was giving me 110 pips. Okay, so that's what you do. You click on the join button. If you just want to join the signal service only, and you say, well, in the meantime, I can't afford your system, but I want to have something in place, you can click right here to join the signal service. Okay, and you'll be right on in. We give you a free indicator with that one, and you'll receive signals. Okay, and so like I said, we had a 7-0 week 3 weeks ago. We had a 15-0 week before last. This week, because of NFP, we had a 7-4, which it should have been a 9-2. And I showed you the GBP JPY trade itself. And then there was another. I closed them out early, but they actually went straight into profit. Okay. So it should have been a 9-2, but it was a 7-4, which is still a winning week, right? But you know, we just produce pips for people. So if you just want to join the signal service, that's fine. You're not going to have this trading system. So you just have to take the trades as they come, but it's not expensive. And I'll show you that. Okay. And in addition to that, what comes with the signal service, You're going to be able to attend live trade sessions with our wonderful Miss Jenny. Okay, because most people are not very good at scalping. She actually will be in the trading room live with you, doing live scalp trades with you. Okay, you're going to get an additional indicator, which is the daily dot. You'll see what that is when you join. I don't go into that in details here. When you join, it's a free secret indicator that you're going to get. That's why I'm not sharing it here. We have people trying to always reproduce our software. That's why I don't always show our stuff, right? But you'll get that free, and it has built-in alerts, and you'll be getting signals from our signals team, okay? And it's all for just one low price of $69 a month, okay? That's it. All right. Now, last but not least, if you want to get our scanner, our new scanner, it's right here under other products. You can click right there. And as you can see, we have our new scanner, our dashboard scanner, which will scan the market. And whether you have our simplicity system or not, maybe you have your own strategy and you just want to start getting alerts when you feel it's ready for a buy or a sell and you need something to do that for you. We have our new scanner, and it's $169, and it comes with a new free strategy and a indicator itself. So all three of these systems are individual products. The signal service is separate, the scanner is separate, but for me, the simplicity system is the one, okay? And what's nice about it is that you'll actually be able to join me live in class every week, twice a week, where we'll be talking together, okay? And the other services does not come with that. But you will be able to talk with me. I'll be able to mentor you and all those other things. Okay. So hopefully this information was very helpful. So there you go. Hopefully this video will help you make some pretty good pips. I'd love for you to send me an email and let me know. Okay. Love you guys. Have a good one.